statue. Obviously the place is made famous by being the birthplace of J M Barrie, Peter Pan books. Pops, we want one of those, didn't you? A spoilt, rotten dog called Poppy keeps their treats here. Poppy? Hey? That's you, isn't it? House on what corner?
The cream house.
Yeah.
It's got a plaque on it, and there's a brown sign there that says Barrie's birthplace.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. A little bit about Kirriemuir. It says opinions differ to the exact derivation of the name Kirriemuir. Could be Church of St Mary, Large Hollow, or Main Quarter. 36 different spellings of the name in the register of the Great Seal. Okay. Nearby things here, the Glams Castle, I always say Glamis, Glams Castle, the Glens. There's a memorial to Captain Scott and Dr Wilson, Canordy Loch, Barrie's birthplace, which is just up the road here, Town and Square House. There's a Walk of Fame Millennium Fountain, the Den, and Kirrie Hill, which is where we're going to go now next. So. Managed by the National Trust, incorporates the Camera Obscura. That's Barrie's birthplace up there.
This is where we had lunch.
Very nice it was too.
It was very nice.
Very friendly in there, weren't they?
Yep.
I weren't acting on them 3 dogs. Keep back.
No, no.
People shouldn't be allowed to take dogs in places like that, you know.
My dog was well behaved.
Mine was. Our dog was best behaved there. Because our mother is in heaven. Take it, it's this way. Oh no, that way.
No, I'm going to say I
That
think
way.
it's the other one. Yeah, Camera Obscura.
There's the hotel.
Sorry?
That was the hotel I was
Oh, that was the one you were looking at, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
probably equally as nice.
I couldn't possibly comment there.
No, because we've not been in it.
So there's lots of open space for the dogs. Cafe here as well. There's the Camera Obscura.
Yeah, it is. It's a cricket pavilion. That's about it there. What's that?
Okay. It's one of 3 remaining in Europe. In Scotland, rather.
Just that. I'm just looking at the cricket field there.
Yes, a little bit of a...
Slightly unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not exactly straight. There's some J M Barrie memorabilia stuff. And
Okay, thank
It was
you.
lovely.
It was lovely.
You'll probably see me again.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
think about J M Barrie and cricket. Obviously, playing cricket for Kirriemuir.
Used to get quite a crowd.
Yeah, it was quite a crowd.
Wow.
far as I can recall, Kirriemuir always won. I only played twice in these matches myself. First time I made one, but the second time was not so fortunate.
He's buried in the cemetery, isn't he? That's what
Yeah.
Heidi was saying. Some of the cricket gear in here.
Oh wow! Oh, look at that.
Oh, a scoreboard.
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, the scoreboard, it's 103 for 7.
No, I'm thinking of the wickets being knocked off in the corner.
Okay.
What are you going to connect for, Shaz? Connect for?
It's like that game, Connect 4.
Oh, good grief, I didn't see that. Huge Connect 4 here.
We've got our own Connect for. Bob, Jenny, Sharon and myself.
That's not nice.
Why do you do that? You can't get 4 that side.
Oh, there's the camera again.
So maybe sometimes Camera Obscura comes from Latin meaning dark room. It refers to a pinhole image, a natural optical phenomenon that occurs when the image of a scene at the other side of a screen, for instance the wall is projected through a small hole, is that the screen is reversed and an inverted image on the surface opposite. Okay. It's used to study eclipses without the risk of damaging eyes. As a drawing aid, Camera Obscura allowed the tracing of the projected image to produce a highly accurate representation. There we go. Ooh.
In you come, into the room.
Right. It's quite small in here, isn't it?
Oh, we get 150 people in here, no problem.
It's already started.
Alright, I'll just give you some information. I'll set it up properly just in a minute or two. Give you some information about the history. The building, this part is the Camera Obscura, you can see it from outside. It's an octagonal building, this part. Down below you've got the cricket pavilion, and the money for this was donated by J M Barrie, author of Peter Pan, because he was born in Kirrie and he's buried in Kirrie. But obviously spent most of his life in London writing Peter Pan and all these things, and various other books and plays. When he was, well, he was born here, he was the 9th of 10 children. And so he was educated in different places because his older brothers and sisters that were teachers, and he'd go with them at Glasgow Academy and things like that. But then, when he was 6, his older brother David, now he was 9 out of 10 children, but his older brother David was 14 at the time, allegedly the mother's favourite. Now I know mother shouldn't have favourite, but he died in an ice skating accident, which was, you know, pretty bad, obviously. And J M Barrie tried to emulate this older brother. He would try to wear the clothes that his older brother would wear, that sort of thing. But this was probably the little boy that never grew up. Peter Pan, you see.
Yeah.
So anyway, away they went down to Dumfries when he was about 13 or 14. Dumfries has got a Camera Obscura, older than this one, and I think that's where he maybe got the idea. He probably, you know, a Camera Obscura at one time would have been a great novelty, you know, whereas nowadays the kids are playing on their tablets and so on. But that would have been a novelty. And the one in Dumfries, I've been to, you got 3 or 4 flights of steps. It's like being up in a lighthouse.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like as good as this one, obviously.
No.
And there's one in Edinburgh as well, all singing and dancing, Hall of Mirrors and everything. And there's one in Bristol. Okay, but this is definitely the best. It's got more history behind it.
Okay.
You know, J M Barrie. So coming up to 70, he decided he would like to donate something back to his hometown, and this is what he put it out to tender. A Dundee company came up with this design. A Dundee architect came up with this design, and this is what we've got. And so that was in 1930 when he was 70, and he came up and he opened it. 5,000 people turned up for the opening.
Oh.
They played a cricket match outside and so on. And it was a bit, because I mean, Kirrie I think now has a population of about 6,000. In 1930 it would have been a fraction of that, but it turned up, and you'll see pictures downstairs. The number of people that turned up was amazing. It wasn't just for J M Barrie, there were other personalities there as well. Anyway, so this is what we have. It was initially run by the Town Council, then the District Council when revitalisation took place, then the National Trust for Scotland took it over, and they packed it in 2014. So come 2015, this whole building was just going to be left. So that's when the locals took over, and we've got Kirrie Regeneration Group, and that's why it's free of charge. But donations are always accepted happily. But that's why we're all volunteers. So this is what we've got.
Okay.
You can see the building. I'll turn it back up. Just a minute, because what you've got is a hole in the roof. You probably saw that. Yeah. And that hole in the roof, the light's coming in this way, goes through an optical glass, hits a mirror at 45 degrees, and when it hits the mirror at 45 degrees, it comes through a focusing lens and hits this table. Now this table, a lot of them will be flat, but this is concave. It's a wooden table, but it's got plaster on it. And now I'll turn off the light. I'll see what we're doing. But that mirror up there is in a rotating hood, and to rotate it, we turn the steering wheel.
Okay. All right.
And before I turn off the light, I'll give you something. This is high tech. Please don't.
Oh right. Yeah.
this.
No.
Okay.
It might be.
Cost a fortune, these, you know. Even getting them through Amazon's expensive. You know. And these are just flat beds. So I'll give you the gent. Have you both? I'll have to. You don't have a third hand, do you? I'll have to take the bridge. Okay, lights out.
Okay.
Right, now what we're going to do is I've got these, there's handles all the way around this, but I've got these two, they're my favourite, they're brass ones. So I'm going to turn the wheel, and as we do, we'll walk round as well. So you can either walk in front of me or walk behind me, but I've got to get to that wheel if you know anything.
Okay. What are we doing with these?
It'll all be...
Oh, all right, okay.
Don't preempt the whole thing.
No. Getting excited.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
No.
Okay, so this is just out the back. This is maybe heading, looking west, maybe southwest.
Okay.
You've got Perth.
Yeah.
And so you won't see Perth, but it's away over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Even in the best of days, you'd never see it because of the topography and so on. But on a really good day, you can see about 60, 70 miles.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now the ones in the Fries and in Edinburgh, you're looking down and you'll see people in the street, their cars and things like that. But this one you can see a distance.
Yeah.
There's hill here. Can you see it's got a wee building
Yeah,
or a wee
tower.
folly? That's Kirrie Hill. So that tells you new tiled. I don't know if you know these names. New tiles here. Cooper Angus, Blair Gowrie, Dunkeld. All of these places would be round this way. In Perth is, not far from these. And I'm going to spin it around a wee bit further. But if you look again, just look at the tops, the hills. You might see there's a wind farm over there. But you can. One of the things I'm going to show you is, if you got that white bit of paper. See, you can actually help focus a wee bit with that, you see? But I can try and focus it as best as I can by moving this up and down. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Move it down there.
So that bit there is Webster's High School, where I was educated for better or for worse 60 odd years ago. Okay, so it's quite a good school. I didn't think so at the time. But
No.
You know afterwards. You see these people? But, you can lift them up. That's what they're for, really, for the kids to play with. But I think they're good for focusing as well.
Yeah.
And the bridge is here because if that guy doesn't know it,
He's just going to walk over.
he's going to walk over a bridge. Maybe he doesn't change his mind. Oh, look how he stopped.
What do you stop for?
Sometimes they know about it. Oh, he's moving again. They're taking it away. Anyway, can you see on that hill there various masts on
Yeah,
there. That's Craig Owl. The other side of that, you've got, this is the Sin Laws. Law means hill in Scotland, and so these may be the south-facing hills. And you don't talk about the Law Hill in Dundee, you call it the Dundee Law. That's the hill in Dundee. And this is part of the GCHQ listening station. Apparently,
Oh right,
whatever it is,
you're not supposed to mention that, no.
Yeah, we know nothing. There's a vertical bars on the gate. Now, that's...
I've got my light on,
Yeah.
I just realised I've got my light on.
That's why I moved around here.
Yeah, turn that off.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
it's on again now.
No, it's all right. That's,
look at that,
wow,
right.
sorry, I didn't realise.
Okay, now you can see the vertical bits in the gate. Now apparently J M Barrie, a very keen cricket fan, allegedly a better spectator than a player, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
And they would use this as a part of that, as a stumps.
Okay.
Now we're talking here about, he was born in 1860,
Yeah.
he sort of went away from Kirrie when he was about 13 or 14, so he'd been maybe 10, 12 year old, something like that, playing there. None of these things would have been around at the time. The tree obviously hasn't been around that long, these picnic benches, so this would all be grassy area. It could have been this gate, there's another one further along, but he's buried in there. He could have been buried in Westminster Abbey,
Yeah.
but he
Chose to be buried up here, yeah.
in Kirrie, in his hometown. That's the war memorial there, as you can see. And keep going, this is the main car park. You got a car in there.
Yeah.
A swing for wheelchair users, which is really good. You're coming in with a wheelchair, they've got their own key to get in, a radar key, and there's also a roundabout that wheelchair users can use. We've got happy dogs down there. Okay, and then moving round, we've got the Neverland Play Park, which the kids just love. It's really good. Great play park, free of charge and so on. My grandchildren, great-grandchildren love it. And it's Neverland, it's based on Peter Pan. Peter Pan is there. There's also Captain Hook, there's a crocodile, and there's a zip wire and things like that. Kids love it. Okay, and you know, if you've got kids in here just now, they might know the people that are there, they'll be lifting them up with their sticks. It's not a good enough day to see the higher mountains in the back, because it's a lot of cloud now, which is a pity, because there's some hills, hills that are more than 3,000 feet are called
Monroes, yeah.
And the Human Row that they were named after actually is from this area.
Okay.
Outside Kirrie, a wee bit, a place called Dundertis. Anyway, we're now seeing, I don't know if you can see this, I'm going to bring it into the middle. This is now the Airlie Monument. Right, that's the Airlie Monument, built in 1901. It was built in memory of the 9th Earl of Airlie, who died in the Boer War in 1900. Always amazes me that he dies in 1900 and you can build a place like that in 1901. Nowadays you need 15 years to get planning permission. You have to wait for all the Polish workers to arrive or what have you. Anyway, you can actually get to it. On this side you've got Glen Clover, which is a beautiful glen, and on the other side you've got Glen Prosen, which is also a beautiful glen. And you can park your car at the bottom of Glen Prosen, and this is called Tulloch Hill, and you can walk right up there, to the monument if you are so desire. Okay, so it's, and that's the Earl of Airlie. The Airlies had a castle at Airlie, and they've got a castle up here as well. It's called Cortahay Castle. It's a lovely castle. It's white, you know. And further round, you've got Glen Isla in the distance. We don't really see Glen Isla, and places like Kingoldrum, Lantratham, small places. If you're here at all, you've got Lantratham that's got a fabulous little cafe, the Wee Bear Cafe it's called, named after their dog. So it really is nice. You can't book or anything, but they've got fabulous cakes and so on. And this is the road you probably drove up. And this is the North Muir area of Kirrie. I'm going to sneak past it again so I can find a steering wheel. It's going to be, see, it's miles away now. So we're moving around, we can see we're getting close to the end because that's the road up. Here's a car, quick, who's got the bridge? Bridge you. There we go.
Oh, I've dropped it again, I can't, it's because I'm trying to hold that as well.
These
Sorry.
people downstairs will be wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
Look at all this banging. Right, so we're close to the end, as I say. I'm going to spin it around a wee bit. Then we're coming back to that bit, it's out of focus totally, it's just the roof of the building.
Yeah.
Red tiles. And, as I say, we're just almost back at the beginning.
Yeah.
We started off, in close, short distance, you could see the waterworks. And this is us back at the waterworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So
I'm
that's
going to go around that way. Yeah.
Let's screw it on. Okay.
Oh, they've got shower right back to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going all the way around back to the door.
Yeah.
And if on a really good day, you really can see hills that are about 60, 70 miles away.
Yeah.
I've never
Quite
done that on a
amazing,
really
isn't
good
it?
day.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
what I'm going to do, so what the heck is he kept walking round and
Yeah.
just keeping it up and so on. So I'm going to explain why I did that. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Now turn it back. Look at this.
Yeah, because it turns all the way around.
Right,
Yeah.
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 And suddenly you're upside down.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
All right. Oh, that's brilliant.
Thank you.
Enjoy that.
Thank
Is
you.
the light on?
It's got the. Some fantastic views here. Yeah, there's some windmills up there we were looking at. See if I can zoom in on them. At the top there.
There's some windows up there. We were looking at them before, but I can't zoom in on them. Come on, Bailey, I thought you'd
Yeah.
Go on then.
God. Tara. Oh. Reef. Yes, it's here.
J M Barrie, James Matthew Barrie, 1860 to June 1937. He's got quite a view here, hasn't he?
Yes. Looking down there. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit about in here.
Yeah.
Peter Pan, the boy who would not grow up. A childhood in Thrums. We were in the Thrums Inn, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah. He lived his early childhood in the nearby Brecon Road. Okay.
We can walk round here, I think, and then back up.
Okay. Yeah. Poppy likes graveyards, don't you, Pops? Eh?
Lots of smells.
I don't know if it's that. I don't know. She always enjoys walking around our local graveyard.
You'll pull us up.
Yeah.
Come here, T. All right.
That monument up on the hill up there.